Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy Weekly in the third week of August, 2025. Legacy Weekly is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any local community in America and beyond. Actor Tristan Rogers died August 15, 2025, after fighting lung cancer at the age of 79. He played international spy Robert Scorpio on General Hospital in the 1982nd and 92nd, then returned later for brief appearances, and rejoined the show in recent years. Rogers is being remembered as a General Hospital fan favorite. He was only supposed to appear in 2 episodes, but he was such a hit that he was asked to stay on for many years. Actor Terence Stamp died the 17th of August, 2025. At the age of 87, he played the archvillain, General Zod, in Superman and Superman 2, and he later returned to the Superman universe as the voice of Jor-El on TV's Smallville. Stamp is being remembered for many other roles in a long and varied career, including his Oscar-nominated work in Billy Budd, plus unforgettable performances in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Far from the Madding Crowd, and The Limey. Actress Lorna Raver died May 12, 2025. At the age of 81, her death was announced this week. She was a memorable horror movie villain in Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell, in which she played Mrs. Ganoush. Raver is also being remembered for playing Rebecca Kaplan on The Young and the Restless. Author Greg Iles died the 15th of August, 2025 of multiple myeloma. At the age of 65, he was known for his best-selling Natchez Burning trilogy. Part of his popular Pencage series, Iles is also being remembered for playing guitar in The Rock Bottom Remainders, alongside other authors like Stephen King and Amy Tan. Graphic designer Joe Caroff died the 17th of August, 2025, at his home in New York City at the age of 103. He designed the iconic James Bond logo, turning the code name 007 into the handle of a gun. He is also being remembered for his movie poster art. He designed memorable posters for A West Side Story, A Hard Day's Night Cabaret, and many others. Caroff was a U.S. Army veteran. Stunt performer Ronnie Rondell Jr. died the 12th of August, 2025, at a senior living facility in Osage Beach, Missouri, at the age of 88. He was part of the unforgettable image on the cover of Pink Floyd's 1975 album, I Wish You Were Here. He was dressed in a business suit and set on fire for the photo shoot. He is also being remembered as Robert Blake's stand-in on Barretta, and for his stunt work on movies like Blazing Saddles, Lethal Weapon Speed, and The Matrix Reloaded. Rondell was a U.S. Navy veteran who served as a diver in mine force demolition operations. Football player Lionel Taylor died the 6th of August, 2025, at his home in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, at the age of 89. He was a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos in the 1962nd, a 3-time team MVP, and an inaugural member of the Broncos Ring of Honor. Taylor is also being remembered for his later career as a coach. He won 2 Super Bowl rings as the wide receivers coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 1972nd. Actor Dan Ziskie died July 21, 2025 in New York City. He died of arteriosclerotic cardiovascular disease at the age of 80. His death was widely announced this week. He was best known for his television roles on House of Cards, playing Vice President Jim Matthews, and Treme, in which he played banker C.J. Lagery. Siskel is also being remembered for his roles in movies, like Adventures in Babysitting and his appearance on Chappelle's Show. Judge Frank Caprio died August 20th, 2025, after fighting pancreatic cancer at the age of 88. He was the real-life Chief Judge of the Municipal Court of Providence, Rhode Island, but television viewers knew him best for his courtroom show, Caught in Providence, and for his appearances on Parking Wars. He is being remembered as the nicest judge in the world. His kindness and compassion shone through as he brought a human touch to his rulings. Caprio served in the Rhode Island Army National Guard from 1954 to 1962. Social media personality John Crawley, better known as KingBeardX, died the 18th of August, 2025 at a hospital in Tupelo, Mississippi. He died after a period of poor health at the age of 47. He gained over 2 million followers on TikTok by posting funny rants on his channel, often reacting to other people's food-related videos. Crawley is being remembered for his expressive face and for always making his fans laugh. Musician Brent Hinds died August 20th, 2025 in Atlanta. He died in a motorcycle accident at the age of 51. He co-founded the heavy metal band Mastodon, and he played guitar and sang vocals on songs like their Grammy Award-winning single Sultan's Curse. Hinds is being remembered as a talented guitarist and an integral part of Mastodon's unique, influential sound. Some of the most touching stories this week at Legacy Weekly were not about celebrities but about everyday people. People whose lives carried meaning far beyond the spotlight. We remember a New York entrepreneur who invented the mint-scented garbage bag, a simple idea that kept homes cleaner and showed how creativity can change daily life. We honor an Ohio grandmother, known for her garden that bloomed with color and joy, reminding us that love can truly grow from the soil. And we pay tribute to a Kansas coach, teacher, and principal, once an Army Air Corps gunner in World War II, who guided students for decades and passed just weeks shy of his 100th birthday. At Legacy Weekly, we believe every life leaves a legacy, whether through invention, devotion, or service to others. Their stories remind us that greatness is found in both ordinary and extraordinary lives. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy Weekly also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 1 year ago this week, actor John Amos died at the age of 84. He starred in such movies and television shows as Good Times, Roots, and Coming to America. 1 year ago this week, television host Phil Donahue died at the age of 88. His self-titled talk show ran for almost 30 years and was a profound influence on the whole field of daytime television. 10 years ago this week, actress Yvonne Craig died at the age of 78. She played Batgirl in the 1962nd Batman television show, and she starred alongside Elvis Presley in It Happened at the World's Fair and Kissing Cousins. 48 years ago this week, singer and actor Elvis Presley died at the age of 42. He was called the King of Rock and Roll, one of the most iconic figures in American cultural history, known for classic songs like Heartbreak Hotel and Jailhouse Rock. Singer Johnny Nash was born 85 years ago. This week, he died in October 2020 at the age of 80. He had an enduring hit in 1972 with I Can See Clearly. Now, actress Honor Blackman was born 100 years ago this week. She died in April 2020 at the age of 94. She was a star of TV's The Avengers, and played a memorable Bond girl in Goldfinger. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Delaware have been lowered to honor the memory of World War II veteran James Tommy Anderson. Flags in Delaware have also been lowered to honor the memory of former governor and U.S. Representative for Delaware Michael Castle. Flags in Massachusetts have been lowered to honor the memory of senior airman Jacob Foster Cole, United States Air Force. Flags in Vermont have been lowered to honor the memory of former Vermont Governor Tom Salmon. Flags in Louisiana have been lowered to honor the memory of Baton Rouge Police Sergeant Caleb Isworth. Flags in South Dakota have been lowered to honor the memory of former state legislator Lindell Peterson. Two flags in Washington have been lowered to honor the memory of Spokane County Sheriff's Office Sergeant Kenneth Solis, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Utah have been lowered to honor the memory of Tree Mountain Garland Police Department Sergeant Lee Sorensen and Officer Eric Strada, who died in the line of duty. Flags in Florida have been lowered to honor the memory of State Representative Joseph Casello. Flags in South Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of Trooper First Class Dennis Dwayne Ricks Jr., who died in the line of duty. Two flags in Virginia have been lowered in honor of National Fentanyl Prevention and Awareness Day. Flags in Minnesota have been lowered to honor the memory of Victoria Fire Department firefighter Laura Zumbush Wood, who died in the line of duty. Two flags in New York have been lowered to honor the memory of New York State Police Sergeant Frederick V. Scheit, who died of an illness stemming from his assignment in and around the World Trade Center site following the terrorist attack on the 11th of September, 2001. Flags in Rhode Island have been lowered to honor the memory of Judge Frank Caprio. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy Weekly. Follow Legacy Weekly and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.